Hello guys, let's talk about HTML formatting. So in HTML, when we talk about formatting, we are simply talking about the process of formatting your text for better look and feel. So HTML provides us the ability to format text without using CSS or any other styling library or language. So there are many formatting tags or elements in HTML that you can use in order to better the look and feel of your text. So these tags are used, for example, if you want to make your text bold, if you want to have an underlined text, for example, if you want to have larger text, italic text, and all of that. So in HTML, there are almost 14 options available that you can use in order to, format your text. And when we talk about HTML formatting tags or elements, we can say that we have two categories of these formatting tags. The first category is what we call the physical tags. So these tags are used to provide the visual appearance to the text without any further importance or further semantic meaning. And then we have the logical tags. These tags are going to provide the visual appearance, but these tags are also used to add some logical or semantic value to the text. And we're going to have a look at these two categories of tags. Okay, so now let's talk about the 14 options that you can have when formatting your text. First of all, if you want to make your text bold, which are the tags that you can use? So the first tag that you can use is this particular tag, the big tag, like this. In this tag, you can say, for example, write your text in bold. And then you close the tag like this. So this is a physical tag. Okay, this physical tag is going to be used if you want to display your text in bold font without any logical importance. So if you write anything in between this B tag, it is going to show in bold letters, as you can see here on our screen. Okay, so this is a physical tag. What if you want to write some logical tag, but showing your text in bold? You are going to use the strong tag. All right. So the HTML strong tag, you will write it like this, strong. And in between here, what we are going to say is this portion of text is bold and important. Okay, and you close your tag. So the strong tag is a logical tag. It's going to display your content in bold font. So let me just break line here so that you will see the difference. Okay, so it's going to display it in bold font, and it's also going to inform the browser about its logical importance. So if you write anything in between the strong tag here, on the screen, it's going to display the same, okay, because it's bold. But logically speaking, the browser is going to consider this particular portion of text much more important because it has used the strong tag here, which has a logical or a semantic meaning attached to it. So that's how you can create or make your text in bold font. So the second option, the second formatting option that we can talk about is the italic text. If you want to make your text italic. Okay, so we also have a physical tag for that and a logical tag. Let's start with the physical tag. So the physical tag, you are going to use this particular tag, I, like this. And I will say write, the content will say write the text in italic. And then close the tag here. So this is a physical element. So the content of this physical tag is going to write your text in italic font without any added importance. Okay, so just like it is written here, it is in italic. What if you want to write your text in italic, but you also want that text to have added meaning or added importance to it? So you are going to use this particular tag, which is the EM, like this. So you will say this text is in italic and it is important. So this is just for example purposes. And I will just break the line here. Okay, so these two texts will show in italic, but the second line here is going to have some logical meaning attached to it, because this EM tag here is a logical element in HTML. And as I said at the beginning, logical tags or logical elements add value or add importance to the content they surround. Okay, so that's it for this particular way of formatting your text if you want your text to be displayed in italic. The third option, formatting option that you can have is what we call the HTML marked formatting. Okay, so let me remove this. So if you want to mark or highlight a text, you should write the content of that particular text using the mark HTML tag. So let's say, for example, I will simply say H1, and I will say, if you want to, and I will say mark like this, highlight and close, mark your text, and then you close H1 like this. Okay, let me just correct this typo. So if you want to mark highlight mark like this your text H1 close. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, the text that we have put in between the mark HTML tag here is being highlighted. So this is another formatting tag or HTML element that you can use if you want to highlight it. Okay, another formatting option you have is if you want to underline your text. Okay, so what we're going to write here is we're going to use another HTML element, which is the element U, like this, for underline. So I'll say underline. I'm going to close it like this. So I'm going to close this tag and I'll say your text. H1 like this. So now this is say if you want to underline your text, okay? So you have underline here. So this is another tag, formatting tag that you can use. Let's say that if you want to strike, another option, formatting option that you can have is if you want to strike your text in HTML. So anything written in between that particular tag is going to be stricken. So what we're going to do here is we are going to use the strike tag. So you say strike like this. And I will say strike your text. And I will say close the strike tag and then close the H1 tag like this. So now, as you can see, strike your text is in between the strike tag or HTML element and showing on the screen as being stricken. So that's basically how you can do that. Option number 6 is if you want that each letter of your text has the same width, then you can use a particular tag for that. Okay, what we're going to say here. So let me just remove this particular text and I will use a paragraph tag here. And I'll say hi everyone. And I'm going to use this particular tag TT and say this text is in mono spaced font. And I will say close TT HTML tag like this. And I'm also going to close P tag. Okay, so now you can see this portion of text is showing in monospaced font. That is to say that each letter has the same width as they show on the screen here, because you use that TT tag here. So that's another option that you can use. So if you are writing, you want to show some text on your screen that will need to show in a monospaced font, so you can use this particular HTML tag or element. Formatting option number 7 is the superscript text. Okay, if you want to show your text in superscripted font, you can use this particular tag, the sup tag. So we will say P as usual, hi everyone, and you say SUP like this. This is a superscripted text. And you will say close the SUP tag like this, and then close the paragraph. Now you see the text enclosed in between the SUP tag here is showing as a superscripted text. Okay, so it means that the text is going to be displayed half a character's height above the other characters. Okay, the normal text is showing like this, and now you see the superscripted text is showing half a character's height above the other characters. So that is the superscripted text formatting, okay, using the SUP or the SUP. I don't know what is it called. But that's exactly how you can do that. So, for example, if you want to write mathematical formulas and stuff like that, you can use this particular tag, for example. So, what if you want to write a subscripted text? So, all you have to do is to change this portion of your text, and you will say open the brackets and sub like this for subscripted. Say this is a subscripted text, and you say sub and you close the p tag. So now you see that the text is showing as a subscripted text. So subscripted text means that the text is going to be displayed half a character's height below the other characters. So just like it is shown here on the screen. So that was it for formatting option number 8. Let's jump to another formatting option, which is if you want to show deleted text on your screen. Yes, deleted text. So deleted text is like, the text is not going to show on the screen. You're going to write it on your, in your editor, in your source code. But this particular tag is going to make sure that this text will not show. So you're going to use the delete tag. So you write it like open the brackets, del, and then the content. And we'll say this is deleted text, like this. Close the tag. You close the p tag as well. So when you show like this, okay, so now you can see that the text that is deleted is stricken, okay? So the browser is going to strike it because this particular tag is going to consider it as deleted text. Okay, so apart from the deleted text, we have another formatting option, which is the inserted text. So anything put in between this inserted text tag is going to be displayed as inserted. Okay, so here, what we have put in between the delete HTML element here is being displayed as deleted text, but the inserted is going to be displayed as inserted text. So we are simply going to use the inserted tag like this. You say insert, okay, so open the brackets, ins, like this. And we will simply say this is inserted text, ins, p, like this. Okay, so this is going to show as inserted text. So inserted text will show as being underlined like this. Okay, so the browser is going to consider that as an inserted text. So that's it. So HTML formatting option number 11 is going to be if you want to show or display larger text. So if you want to put your font size larger than the rest of the text, then you will need this particular formatting HTML tag. That tag is the big tag, like this, big. And we will say this is a larger text. So if you close that like this, you can close the p tag as well. Now you can see, this is a larger text, will show as a bigger text. Okay, it's going to show as a larger text on your web page. So it's going to increase one font size larger than the previous one. So that's exactly what we have as a result here on the screen. So that's it. What if you want smaller text? So instead of bigger text or using the big HTML element here, you can use the small HTML text. So you will simply say small like this and say this is smaller text. Okay. And close the HTML tag. Close like this again. Now you can see this is smaller text is showing using a smaller font. So if you can use that if you want to put your font size smaller than the rest of the text, and you use the small font size. And as you can see, it reduces one font size than the previous one. Okay, so these are the various formatting the HTML formatting tags that you can use. So just a recap, we talked about the B tag, which is a physical tag which is used to display the bold text written between it. We talked about the strong tag, which is a logical tag, which tells the browser that the text is important, that the particular bold text is important. We talked about the italic tag, which is used to make text italic. And we also talked about its logical tag, which is the EM tag, used to display the content in italic, but adding importance to it. We talked about the mark tag, which is used to highlight the text. We talked about the underline tag if you want to underline your text. We talked about another tag if you want to actually write text in a monospaced format. We talked about the strike tag if you want to draw a strike through text on a particular web page. We also talked about the subscripted text. We talked about the superscripted text, the deleted content tag as well, the inserted text. We talked about them. And then we also talked about if you want to display larger text using the big HTML tag. And the last one we just talked about was the small HTML element, which is a tag used to decrease the font size by 1 unit from base font size. So guys, that was it concerning HTML formatting, and I hope the video was informative enough. If you have any question, feel free to write your questions in the comment section. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's meet in the next tutorial.